Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Crypto, where we turn your early hours in the morning into your edge and financial freedom. Today, I don't have any headlines. I woke up a little bit late, so I had to rush around to get ready for work before I started the show. So I do have some of the economic data that we will be seeing today, because as we all know, it is PPI Friday, and we're looking for a little bit of an increase on that. So might be looking at a little bit of a decrease on those prices. We are seeing a little bit of a pump this morning in the pre-market. So let's get over to that. Oop, click that wrong button. Let's get over to that stock heat map. We do have things sitting in the red for their closes. Apple sitting down 4.25, up 0.75 in the pre-market right now. Got Nvidia sitting down at 5.91, up 1.09 in the pre-market. Got Berkshire Hathaway down 1.07, sitting up 0.93 so far. Amazon down 5.17, looking up 0.7 in the pre-market. Got Eli Lilly sitting down at 4.35, seeing some lighter buying pressure in the morning, up 0.52. Got ExxonMobil down 5.55, sitting up 0.84 so far. Got Tesla down 7.27, sitting up 0.54 so far. P&G up 0.76 and looking down 0.04 right now. So a little bit of a switch around on P&G, that more inflation resistant asset. We got Microsoft sitting down 2.34, looking up 0.77 so far. Got Google down 3.53, up 0.1 so far. Oh, up 1% so far. And we've got Meta down 6.74, sitting up 0.89. Let's hop over to the crypto side of things, because we have been seeing some movement there. Let me get that pulled up. There we go. We are looking still green on that daily, but we have been seeing a little bit of a slowdown. Got Bitcoin up 0.3 on the daily, Ethereum up down 2.7, XRP up 0.3, BNB up 0.6, Solana up 2.5, Doge up 1.2, Cardano up 0.7. We've got Tron sitting down 1%, Leo sitting up 1.3, Chainlink up 0.8, Avalanche up 3.2, HBAR up 2.1. Got Stellar Lumens up 0.07. Once you start getting outside of that top 10, you do start seeing more red. We got TON down 2.5, Sweet up 2%, Shiba Inu down 0.5%. We got OM down 3.6. I know OC Guy had a very good OM trade that he had teased yesterday, and he had talked about a lower level. I think we might be getting close to that entry point he talked about. And we got Bitcoin Cash still remaining in that top 20 spot that it stole from Litecoin. It's sitting up 2.1. We got that Litecoin up 3.4 as well, nipping on the heels of Bitcoin Cash with that market cap. For the fear and greeds today, we are back in extreme fear. Stock side sitting at 8. And we've got crypto down 14 points and sitting back at 25 and extreme fear. So, we got that scary move to the downside that, we all kind of talked about here at Piper Academy, but everyone was so scared about it and dropped us 25 points on that, 15 points on that fear and greed meter. We do have a bit of liquidity to the top side of on this 3-day. It's the same hot spot on that 24-hour. It's residing at $83,640. Zoom this on out to that 2-week. You can kind of see that we're starting to look pretty bare on liquidity zones. You really have to zoom this on out to that 3-month to kind of see what the hot spots are. We got that hot spot way up at the top at 100,000, and we've got the hot spot way down here at 64,000. So it's kind of sitting a little bit closer to this hot spot at the 72 that I've talked about for a while, right where I have a limit order, which would be an easy grab. But then it's, do we go lower first or do we go higher first? Since 64 is so close to 71, I have that feeling we sweep that bottom side liquidity before we try to grab 100,000 all over again. I do see a lot of people in the chat this morning. I see Crypto Billy in here saying I had to close my short 300 loss, but I opened my long up 100 already. Yeah, and that's why I was talking about seeing some upside movement in the pre-market. Bitcoin started going to the upside with some strength right before I was about to go live. I was tempted to push that live button, go live a little bit earlier, but I was getting my last few things ready before work, and I was really, really close to being like, screw it, I'll grab it after the show. But no, all ready for work, and Bitcoin's getting that slight move up. We got that PPI data this morning. That's going to be at 8:30 Eastern time. We are looking at an increase on the year over year from 3.4 to 3.6%. Definitely not the direction you want to see after we saw a decrease on the month over month, going in the right direction with a decrease on the producer side cost. You're now starting to see that increase all over again. We already saw this happen in the UK, who was ahead of us in our cutting cycle. And if you scroll on up here on their data, they just got some GDP data this morning, looking like they're starting to head back in the right direction after things started to head back in the wrong direction for them. So something I've been watching quite closely, because they are ahead of us in the rate cutting cycle. You do have that PPI data month over month and year over year looking to be heading in the wrong direction as well, both core and non-core PPI. So 0.2 increase on non-core and 0.1 increase forecasted on the PPI year over year. I will definitely be watching this data because that is something that could be pushing the market back down for the morning. We do have Michigan consumer sentiment that will be coming out at 10 a.m. Another thing to be watching. And we have Fed Williams speaking at 11 a.m. Other than that, it's a pretty bare Friday. We do have a big announcement for the Piper Academy, and I will tease that at the end. I see Crypto Billy in the chat. I see Jay Violet in the chat this morning. We've got Crypto Bedell. Good morning to you. We've got Donato Cabrera in here. Good morning. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. Let's hop into this Bitcoin chart because we are seeing some upside movement this morning. We did get that strong bounce off of the top side of our old CME gap here this morning. We've been making that move back to the upside. We are starting to look a little bit toppy on this 15-minute, but let's zoom this on out to that 4-hour. See what we're looking at for the weekend here, you do have plenty of room to run to the upside here on that 4 hour. Let me get that demonstration tool pulled up here so you can see that money flow. We are bouncing up against some resistance here on the money flow, looking to roll over just a bit as we're starting to approach all of the liquidity to the top side. I see Jesse Gluckin here. Good morning, sir. Hope you're having a great day. We've got volume starting to increase as some buying volume here on the 4 hour. So if we can see that continue as we approach all of this liquidity, we do have some more top side liquidity at our key resistance area, which was sitting on that 1 week, and that's 85,200 to 85,300. There's a lot of liquidity sitting right at that area. Would need to turn that into some support there to continue bullish. That's definitely something to watch for if we get up to that area. Zoom this on in to the hourly. You can kind of see here prime oscillator starting to look a little bit toppy as we approach this top side liquidity on that 3-day. That's that 83,400 to 83 like 500 area, kind of where we started seeing some of this selling pressure on these wicks from this hourly chart. Definitely looking to try to sweep that top side liquidity for the morning, get up to this liquidity before we see that data drop. Would kind of give them some wiggle room to send it back down or to increase it to the upside and really grab that top side liquidity. It would be a lot harder to grab this top side liquidity at 85 from back down here. So we'd really want to see us get this top side liquidity that's right above us before we try to push back up to the rest of this at 85,200. Would need to see a little bit of a cool off on our shorter term time frame. As you already saw, your prime oscillator here has some divergences stacked up. We got 1, we got 2, we got a peak seeker that was completely ignored. 2 reversal signals that have been completely ignored as this money flow has just been quite explosive on the 15-minute there. That's why you're seeing that strong move up above the 50% Fibonacci there. I think that's all just kind of that pushing the price up before we really see that either quick sweep to the upside before dumping it on everyone's head, or just an area to see a bounce from before they really drop it lower. So definitely looking for a bit of a mixed bag on that data this morning. So market makers could really send things in either direction. We do have very strong support residing to the bottom side of us at either this old CME gap bottom, which would be 77,351. If we really break below that with some less than positive data, would look all the way back down towards our golden pocket on the macro. All right. As I said, I don't have any news articles. I was just talking about the data today. So we will hop into one of those charts I looked at yesterday. We talked about an ADA move as we were sitting, let's see, where was it? It would have been at showtime. So right here, my time. We talked about ADA and pushing back up to 62 cents before seeing some strong side rejection at that 62-cent mark. And I talked about that potential for a bouncing at 58 cents, and that played out spot on. We got that strong move back up to 62 cents all over again, where we're really seeing some resistance all over again. 62 cents has been a key battle area for ADA. You have a little bit of curvature here on your MACD and your prime oscillator for that 1 hour chart. So to see that cool off just a bit, try to maintain some of these lower areas in the zone would be something to kind of watch for. See if we can get that strong bouncing off of this equal wicking action from about here and here and here, where it's about 60 cents. You do see a little bit of a zone up on top of that, like 60 and 60. So you're really getting into the pennies on that. So I'd look at 60 cents for a potential strong support zone in this area to try to get back above 62 cents. That would be a nice cool off on both the hourly, allow for some more strong money flow to come in. Also cools off that 15-minute, which has been cooling off as it's been moving to the upside, but we're just starting to see money flow switch back to the red as we've approached that 62-cent zone. So really seeing that battle between bears and bulls in this 62-cent zone, trying to maintain this 62 cents, but there is some weakness to the downside on 62 cents. So that's where I'd really watch for that 60 cents and a stronger move to the upside, given we see some mixed data that has some strong positives. All right, any other alt requests you'd like me to take a look at for the morning? I can definitely take a look at one or two of those. I did talk about gold yesterday, and gold exploded to the upside. It found that golden pocket as some strong support before it really launched all the way to the one line on my trend-based fib extension here. Looking for some more topside at $3,378. That's that next real macro target I'd be looking for after we found some strong support here at the platinum pocket to really launch off of. Money flow is quite ridiculous here on this 1 hour. Look how green this is, all the way from the red that we saw in this whole zone. Was a massive switch back to some buying pressure, looking a little bit toppy here as we've gotten outside of the zone, outside of our fib extension zone, but you've got plenty of room to run here as that prime oscillator has already switched back from red to light red and is curving back up to the top side. Your money flow trying to maintain this area and scoop back to the upside with more buying pressure, as your volume is trying to maintain in the green here. Seeing a little bit of slow up on that volume, but gold has been quite explosive. You do see a little bit of a cool off on that MACD, but you're already getting that curvature back towards our indicator line, trying to hit another cross to the upside here. Looking like you could see a bit of a continuation here if you do see that market sell off. That's why you've been seeing gold a little bit sold off this morning. You have been seeing those markets get that pump instead. So gold taking a little bit of a hit right now. You do have very strong support at $3,187. That'd be an area to maintain and really push back to the upside on. Let me get that marked out there. That'd be our short-term bouncing zone for gold before we really try to continue. If you are unable to maintain that zone, look back at the platinum pocket, $3,161. All right. Let's see. We've got my mouse will be arriving today. Ordered it yesterday, so I'll be able to use TradingView better today. Oh, well, I heard you got a laptop the other day, Jesse, and that mouse will definitely help you out a bunch. Hope you got something that will got those shortcuts on it, because I got a mouse with like 14 buttons on it, and it comes in handy when I'm doing all sorts of things. You got all sorts of shortcuts you can really put in on that mouse. We've got to lose sometimes, says Crypto Billy. Up 200 now. I'm in a long. I opened. Good money flow. Yes, sir. Most definitely got some good money flow there. We got Jay Quick Smoker in the chat. I think I missed you there. He said, "Evening, everyone from Australia. Hope you had a great day." We got Donato Cabrera in here as well. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what else we're seeing on the charts for the morning, because we have been losing a level on the Dixie I had talked about. We did see this potential bounce zone, which when we broke to the downside, we broke with real strength. Let's get that line moved off of here, and we're now below a key area I had talked about. I wanted to see 116 hold for some support on the Dixie, and that did not hold at all. That did not hold at all in the slightest. We got very little play off of that zone. We got one quick bounce off of it, a quick move back towards that golden pocket to retest before we really moved quickly to the downside here. You do see the potential for another move to the upside on that 15-minute. Probably reject here off of that 116 and continue to the downside there. Your true 7 has clipped out a little bit on that 15-minute. You are getting that curvature back to the upside as well on that prime oscillator, but it's still sitting in the red. MACD looking like it's going to break our indicator line while we sit on the bottom side of that, but it's doing it with some sideways momentum. So definitely something to watch there on the Dixie, looking like it's going to reject off of this key area I've talked about. Hourly still sitting very battered down. You are seeing our first reversal signals really starting to flash here in this area. MACD remaining below that indicator line, but you're seeing lots of selling volume, and that selling volume is increasing on the hourly. So the dollar can be battered down a lot more. So do not think that this golden pocket rejection is something to be unconcerned about. It is definitely something that will be pushing things a little bit further. You do have some strong areas to the downside, and I'll get those marked out for next week. We do have that US dollar JPY pair, which, I love talking about. It's extremely battered down as well. We are now sitting below that golden pocket. We got that move below it last night with the strength. We did try to maintain this golden pocket here, and I told y'all I would let you know when we broke below this platinum pocket area, because this platinum pocket area was a whole area we saw a lot of money moving from the United States back to Japan on. So a key area to kind of watch for as we're back in that zone. You did see a lot of money moving back in this zone right here in August of last year. That's where we really saw that strong move to the downside on both Bitcoin and your traditional markets when we were already battered down. We got all of that movement back here in this area last year around the platinum pocket. We are there again. We already broke to the downside of that platinum pocket, so something to keep your eye on. Might be a good time for some Japanese yens to start moving back to Japan after they cash out on their dollars. Some of these assets still are battered down, but their rates are a little bit better than our rates right now, and you might see that yen gain even more strength on this US dollar. If you break outside of this zone, that'd be a very, very key area to kind of swap those dollars back for yens. But this daily chart has a little bit more room to run to the downside. You zoom this on out to a higher term time frame though. That weekly's getting to that point where it's already getting to those bottoms. So looking to potentially make one lower low outside of the zone and that would be the area to really watch for some liquidity moving from the US back to Japan. So that carries trade is still open and able to be done. Something to watch out for. Only 7 likes, says Jesse. Get it to 100% likes, everyone. We got Mark Dutch saying, morning, all you handsome traders. Well, good morning to you, Mark Dutch. Hope you're having a great morning so far. We got the Dusty Hunt in here as well. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you're having a great day. You know, I did talk about some stocks, so I'm gonna hop over to a stock that I made a nice move on. It is very comparable to gold. I teased it on Piper Academy yesterday in the chats. GFI got that strong comparison to gold. The pre-market continuing to open to the upside. You know, I was already out of this move. I got in way back here, so I got out a while ago. You know, I'm not a greedy person. I like to make my percentages and then get out. You know, I talked about gold back in February when I was telling everyone that gold would continue running to the upside. When I saw that trend kind of switching on everything, I got into some gold stocks. I told you all about gold. I got into some energy stocks, which are still battering down here. We got SMR. I've been talking about SMR back to some good buying zones, down 7% so far. Looking to maintain this this platinum pocket all over again. These have been what I've been kind of buying into. You know, plenty of room to run to the upside on those energy sectors. You know, people still need their electricity even though we're in a recession. So something to keep your eyes on for some decent places to put at least a little bit of money, not financial advice. That's just what I'm doing there. We got Crypto Princess in the chat. Good morning to you. I do have one other thing I would like to tease for the day. So let me get that pulled up. I will drop that link in the chat as well. Let me full screen that in the background. There we go. And then let me get the link pulled up and share that in the chat with y'all. Give me just a second there. Get that link pulled up. Here we go. And I will drop it in the chat. Oh, there we go. That'll be better. Control C. There we go. We are going to be doing a trading challenge with the Piper Academy. I am hosting this. This will be on howthemarketworks.com. It is completely free. It is paper trading, and you have the potential to win some real money here. First place gets $100, second place gets $50, and third place gets $25. Let me drop that link in the chat for you. You can join clicking that link, making a free account, and then the password is Piper Academy, all one word with the exclamation point. Do not forget that exclamation point there. This is a simulated trading. The prices are a little bit delayed on your actual price action. It does have fees the same way that your normal trading has fees. So take that into account. And you start out with $10,000. Trading will begin on April 18th and run till May 19th of next month. You can start registering today, and that registration will go until Friday of next week. So you have a week to get in there. All trading will be done on this website, and potential to win some real money there. So I hope to see you all there. All right. Thank you for everyone that showed up for the shorter show today. Fees on paper trades. Yes, it's supposed to be simulating real trading. So as close to real trading as real trading gets. I think it's like a $10 fee. So it is supposed to help you kind of simulate all of your real trading, because in real trading you have fees associated with all trading. So kind of something I wanted to keep in line. It had the option for no fees on the paper trading, but I wanted it as close to real as a real gets. This does have stocks, this has ETFs, it does have crypto, and it also has Canadian stocks and Canadian ETFs. So a broad market to choose to trade from. It is all open and accessible to you to trade with that paper trading. So hope to see y'all there. It is just something I thought would be fun while things are a little bit battered down in the markets. So go ahead, it's all free. You don't have to put any money in, and you get the chance to win some money. So hopefully it's a good learning experience as well. And if you're not part of that Piper Academy Discord, we'll probably be discussing things on the trading challenge there, letting people know you can see who's winning in that, but you don't get to see their portfolios or what they're doing. So just something to have a little fun with the Piper Academy on. I will drop that link one more time in the chat for you. You can make a free account. It's trading will begin next Friday, and you have a month to make that number one spot. Definitely a chance to win some free money there if you number one, number two, or number three. All right, it is time for me to wind down that show. I will see y'all at the next one. I'll see you in the Piper Academy chats and the Alexo Crypto chats. So hope y'all have a great morning. Make sure to tune in to the rest of the shows. We've got the morning market report today at 10 a.m. Eastern time and trading with OC at 8 p.m. Other than that, make sure to wake up because today's going to be a good day.